Hello, I'm going to make Clark Marion gnocchi. I posted some pictures in the past of the gnocchi he made me, and several people asked for the recipe. Barbara Goldschmidt asked for the recipe, and let me tell you about Barbara Goldschmidt. I've known Barbara Goldschmidt since I was in kindergarten, and we went all through school together. And in high school, in data processing class and speed key punching, she beat me at the Ohio State level. I think I got third and she got second or first. Barbara asked for the recipe. She always likes to say, "Oh, but you're so successful, so it doesn't matter that I beat you. You're so successful, and I do customer service in pizza." So, but still, she beat me, and that's over 30 years later. I'm very, very bitter. So Barbara has a recipe. Kelly Ricotta Snada has the recipe. Jennifer Atkins has the recipe, although I don't think Jennifer's going to make it. She'll probably take the recipe, make an airplane out of it, and fling it to her mother who's in the kitchen cooking. So I don't think she's going to make it. But my sister tried to make this. Pam Reason tried to make this. And the result was pretty terrible. The recipe calls for, you'll see, the recipe calls for 3/4 cups of flour, with maybe a little extra to get your dough right. She used 5 cups of flour to get her dough unsticky. The gnocchi expanded in the skillet, and she couldn't cut them with a fork. So what we decided, so I've never made this, is that we would test the recipe with me doing it and see how they come out, because there might be a problem with this. It may not be Pam being stupid. There might be a problem with this. So I'm going to make it. I've never done this before. I'm going to follow his recipe. Now, in order for this to actually work, the man behind the camera needs to keep his cheesecake hole of a mouth shut, which is very, very tricky, because, you know, he'll see me doing something. No, you have to do. What are you doing? That kind of bullshit. So, has to keep his mouth shut. I'll show you how we're going to achieve that. I have right there. Right there he is. He's got a straw for his wine. So, that's how we're going to achieve that. Actually, I'll let him take up. But he knows what the rules are. That he can contribute, but he can't correct me or do anything else. So, with that, we'll get started. This should be fun. You'll learn the recipe. There may be some comedic stuff put in here and there, and so we'll see how this comes out. So I'll tell you what the recipe calls for, just in case you folks want to make it. It calls for 2 standard-sized potatoes, or basically 1 potato per person. A tablespoon, heaping tablespoon of sour cream, a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, or Romano, or Parmesan Romano mix, whatever you want. And you can put extra in that, that's fine. 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm wondering if Pam didn't use some other kind of flour, but we'll see. 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and have more on hand for the dough, and if you need it. A tablespoon for a splash of olive oil for the frying pan, and 3 tablespoons of butter for frying. So we're going to just cube these up as if you were making mashed potatoes. I'm going to do it with the peels on.
Do you know where the zoom is on this?
It's at the top.
Oops, all right. Oh, there it is. Okay, go ahead.
It's just my better side.
I'm focusing on the potato.
So I'm going to cube these with the peels on. You can do either. You can peel it or unpeel it. But when I watched Clark Marion do it, he did it with the peels on, and it was very good. So that's what I'm going to do. And cube them up, just like that.
Now remember, Those are large potatoes. Okay.
And this is going to turn out to be a snuff film because it appears that already he's breaking the rules. I'm waiting for the potatoes to boil. You can look around the kitchen, Clark. You show them your little creations around the kitchen. All up here. And then the chickens. It's like I live in the chocolate factory. The Oompa Loompas are just over in the other room.
You love those chickens.
Bye. So the potatoes are cooked and dumped the pan into a strainer and gave them a rinse with some fresh water and let them cool so that to the point where they can be handled. And we'll start the dough very shortly. I'm using the camera myself because while the potatoes were cooking, Clark Marion decided he was going to come and stick the fork into the potatoes to see how they were cooking. Then he turned it down, which is against all the rules. So he's in timeout, and we'll go see if he's ready to behave. Oh, there he is. Do you think you're ready to behave and play by the rules?
I'm going to try.
You are?
I'll try, honey.
Well, if you are, then you can take off the blinder and we'll get started.
Goody. Bastard.
So I already told them now that you're behaving that the potatoes are cooled and I've rinsed them and all that. You're basically making mashed potatoes here. We're going to mix them to the point where there's no lumps. Put your drained, cooled potatoes in a mixing bowl. And the recipe calls for a heaping tablespoon of sour cream. So we'll just do that. You're going to mix them together like you would mashed potatoes. I'm using a mixer. You can use a masher, whatever you want. Just get it to the point where there's no lumps. So, you know, it's pretty much just a mashed potato. Now, I have to say, it's kind of almost a dough as it is. I'm not sure, Pam, how you needed 5 cups of flour to keep it from being so wet, but I don't know. We'll see. Of course, I'm using Clark's Pyrex, which you can see more of up here.
Hold on, I gotta zoom. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bye. So we're going to turn our mashed potatoes into a dough, and that's 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. These are little 1/4 cup. We'll do 3 of these to start. There's one. I'm going to use a wood spoon. Just put a little stir in between. Doesn't say that, but I am. 2. And 3. And add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. You can put more if you want. I probably will because these were a little bigger potatoes, which was also pointed out to me before you got the pillowcase. Where is it? And then maybe you'll want to zoom in.
I'm gonna get closer.
Hmm?
I'm getting closer.
Start with a spoon, get it incorporated at first, and then, like any other dough, use your hands. It's already feeling pretty good. But as we go through this, what you're looking for is a nice dough Nice pliable dough. Not too sticky and not too dry. If it feels a bit too...
Sorry.
If it feels a bit too dry to you, we'll add a little sour cream, or you can use milk. The recipe doesn't say it, but you can use a splash of milk to moisten it up. Or if it feels too sticky, that's when we'll add flour in 1/4 cup increments. So that's incorporated pretty well. I'm going to start mixing it.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's on now.
Was it on before?
I'm not sure.
What?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it was. I can't remember.
That was a very important piece.
I know that. Well, we'll see.
Oh my god. Just in case we don't hear it from when the camera may or may not have been on. Jesus Christ. If your dough is feeling a little sticky, add flour in 1/4 cup increments. If your dough is a bit dry, add a little bit of sour cream. You're looking for one that's not too sticky and not too dry. Mine feels a little sticky to me, so I've been adding pinches after an extra 1/4 cup, pinches of flour. Now it feels pretty good. So, let's get that a bit more incorporated. And here we have a nice gnocchi dough. Feels good. Doesn't, my hands are dirty, but it doesn't stick anymore. It's not too dry. It's not falling apart. And it smells good.
I'm gonna smell.
It smells like potatoes and cheese. Sort of.
It does.
Then, very, very important. You cannot cook gnocchi with room temperature or warm dough. So, what we're going to do, after I wash my hands, is...
When it says REC on here, does it mean it's ready to record, or
It's
it is?
fucking recording.
All
When it
right,
says
all right.
REC, it's recording. Are you kidding me?
All right, I never used it.
What REC would be ready
But
to
it says,
record?
but it's in red, so that might mean stop. Go ahead.
Did it say REC when I was making the
I
fucking
can't
dough?
remember.
Anyway, it's very important that you can't make the gnocchi with room temperature or warm dough. So, we're going to put it in a nice sheet of plastic wrap and let it refrigerate for at least 2 hours. You can make it a day ahead of time too, whatever you want. But it's got to be cold when we roll it out and toss it into the skillet. So, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Now, for Pamela's sake, in case you didn't get to see that, I'm not sure. We won't know till later. It was the original 3/4 cups of flour. I did add 1/4 cup because it felt a little sticky to me, and then a few pinches as I went.
Why? But why did it feel sticky to you? Because those were a little larger than normal sized potatoes. So go ahead.
I don't know why. I'm just following
Just
the
saying.
instructions. My point is that it wasn't 5 cups of flour.
No.
It was about another cup.
Right.
So we're going to give this a wrap, like you would the other dough. We'll put that in the fridge for 2 hours. We'll come back.
Bye. There's nothing on TV. So I'm going to play music. And he cannot resist dancing when he hears this particular song. Hey, where is it? Hold on. Hang on.
We're about ready.
I know. I can't find anything on TV. I'm going to put music on already.
No beavers.
I won't put
No
the...
earrings.
I won't put the weavers on. Hold on. Okay, that's... here we go. I don't know what the hell. There we go. There it is.
It has nothing to do with gnocchi.
It doesn't matter. You can't help it. You love to dance.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Hang on. Go.
Okay, we're back. The dough's been in the fridge several hours, nice and cold. I'm a little nervous now because, you know, this is either make or break it. When I get nervous, I channel my inner Sherry Cartwheel. Sherry Cartwheel, this is the Western Hills High School 1982 yearbook. Sherry's on the cover. You can zoom into that, maybe.
I did.
Oh, good. Yes, I just channel my inner Sherry to get peace and love and light. Namaste.
Hang on, I'll help you.
Okay. Yay. Just like that. And I also have here, I have Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff from my favorite book, Wuthering Heights. That helps calm me too. You should know that this very book, Colleen Mueller, 32 years after I signed this card and checked it out of the high school library, that's my signature, in 1981. 32 years after that, Colleen Mueller found this and sent it to me. Her and Joe Bateman. Very lovely. So Catherine and Heathcliff are here too when Clark Marion yells at me because I'm not doing the right thing. So this is the dough, fresh out of the refrigerator. Very exciting. Cold. I'm going to flour the surface a little bit. We've got the oven on, warming, 180 degrees. We have sauce that's warm and ready to go. You want to look at that? You can use any sauce you want. This is a sauce Clark Marion made some days ago. It's got some sausage in it and cheesy spaghetti sauce.
Inside?
Inside.
That's a plate warming.
Is a plate warming? Because after we fry them up, you'll fry them up in one layer sections, put them in the oven and keep them warm because you want to eat them right away. This isn't a dish you want to cook, refrigerate, and reheat. They're really, really good if you eat them right away. So we'll roll these into about an 8-inch log so that when you cut them, the gnocchi are 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches thick. Got a nice little log there. And then just 1-inch rough cuts. They don't all have to be the same. Put them aside on the dish. Grab another piece. Now, roll them out and you cut them. There's several ways you can achieve giving the gnocchi a little bit of texture so that the sauce will sort of stick to it, adhere to it, doesn't just run off of it. So as you're cutting them, one way to do that, give them a little texture. So that they hold the sauce. Let's just give them a little squeeze. Make sure they're nicely floured too so that they don't stick together in the dish. But just give them a little squeeze so they have a little shape. They're not perfectly square or round or anything like that. And keep them well dusted so they don't stick together on the plate. And just give them a little shape. Take your skillet, drizzle about a tablespoon or so of garlic, or olive oil. Turn that on and let it get hot. After that's hot, you add 3 tablespoons of butter. And in the meantime, do what Clark Marion's dad did. We'll crush a piece of garlic. And after the butter...
Recording now. Now it's recording. Alright, go. Alright. I think I got it. Go ahead.
We crushed the garlic. I don't know if you saw that. We'll take the skins off. And after the butter's hot, we'll just drop the garlic in the skillet and give it a little flavor. After your oil's hot, we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter to the skillet. And let that get hot. Now the butter's hot, we'll just put some garlic in the skillet. And then put your gnocchi. We're going to create 1 layer of gnocchi in the skillet. And I can refer to His Majesty's directions. And you're going to fry them on each side until they're golden brown. About 4 to 5 minutes on each side. So we'll make 1 layer. Move quick. Ready?
Yep.
So they've been going about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm flipping them. You can see they're a lovely golden brown. Beautiful. Some of these are ready, and we'll get out the warming dish. Keep them warm in the oven while you fry them. Lay them on the dish. We're ready for the second batch. We did start over. We wiped out the pan of the old oil and butter. We saved the garlic. We'll throw that back in there. And starting with fresh oil. Because the pan picked up a lot of the flour. So I want to scorch them in. The second batch, taking a little less time because the skillet's already pretty hot. Do you like my hat?
I do. I always did.
Filming?
Yep.
Second batch on the plate. Very lovely. Oh, then we fucking what?
No, it's still lovely.
All that we have to hope now is that they don't taste like socks.
They're not going to taste like socks.
And that you can cut them with a fork.
You'd be able to cut them with a fork.
There we go. We're going to put those in the oven just to keep warm while we put our plates together. Clark made. I asked him to make garlic bread for us, so he did. Very delicious. He's very helpful.
Thank you. Now it's my turn. While Tim is getting the movie ready in the other room and washing his hands, I think he's gonna go to bed very early tonight. I'm sick of his bullshit. There we go. Nighty night, Tim Tim.
Look at this. How beautiful that is. That's sausage there on the plate too, not just gnocchi. Not sure why Clark Marion gave me 2 pieces of garlic bread, but I'm not going to complain.
You asked for it.
What?
You asked for garlic bread.
And I always drink milk with dinner, because milk does the body good. Now pay attention to the... There you have some extra cheese. There we have some extra sauce. He has a thing about not bringing extras to the table in their container. So it is illegal to bring extra Parmesan cheese in the Kraft Parmesan cheese shaky thing. We have to have in their own little serving dishes, which now you know why it takes me anywhere between 3 and 4 hours to do the dishes.
Bullshit. But I hate things on the table, you know.
And then, movie.
Oh, movie of the night is Saturday Night Fever.
Okay, we're gonna try this. He'll film me first, taking a taste.
Okay.
Should I?
Is it still on? Oh, it's still recording.
Does it say REC?
It does. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh God, I've had his. His are phenomenal. So I don't know. I'm scared.
You can cut it with a fork.
I can cut them, Pam, with a fork.
They did not expand.
No.
They'll be delicious.
They're very good. All right, here we go. What do you think?
Oh, I bit my tongue. They're actually very good. They're very good. Good job, honey. Shut up. Night, night, Tim Tim. Look at that poor sleeping boy.